I'm curious if they're going to hit them with fines this season after everything they found out about them. I remember last season, Teresa talking about her brother and Melissa on her podcast. I remember she was bitching that they were going to fine her $30K for talking. So who knows? Who knows?
I believe it because, Kelly Dodd was on my podcast. She revealed she got fined for that Drunk Wives Matter hat. That went all over. But I mean, Teresa doesn't. I know for a fact, like she is really nervous when she does her podcast every week. I know this from a reliable source that she doesn't talk about that. So whether she's going to get hit or not, that scares her. Like she's got the message loud and clear on that. Like she doesn't talk about the show.
And you know what's crazy? The tea that's coming out of her camp that Louie did like a damage control episode, for them to even record that. Because what if she gets fined for that? Like, we'll see.
I wonder if she starts talking about anything about I asked producers to take it out and stuff. She might, if he's just doing a damage control episode,
She was when she was with Namaste Bitches, she was always telling Pat, that producer, to take everything out. Everything. Anything in regards to Louie and his finances. I remember she was always like, take that out. We're taking that out. We're taking that out. We don't want to talk about it. Oh, take it out. Take it out. So I remember one of the episodes where she talks about he has a financial advisor and she doesn't ask him about his money because she thinks it's weird, even though they're married and she is his wife. I was shocked that they left that in because she always wanted everything in regards to Louie taken out. And I don't really think it was her. I think it was him.
I mean, I can't imagine you calling and being on the phone with her and hearing Louie screaming in the background.
Oh my God, David. If I would have recorded that and I would have like played it for people, they would have been like, who the hell is this? Because again, to the public, they're one image. And Louie's a loose cannon, so we've seen him kind of go off the rails, but no one's seen him like this.
No.
It's crazy.
No
Crazy.
one has seen him like
Very
that.
crazy.
I mean, we don't get to see him like that.
It was so intense, David. Like, I got scared. And I remember thinking to myself, I got off the phone and I told my husband, like, did you hear that? And he was like, wow. Like, who? It was crazy. I mean, it was even in one of my text messages when me and Melissa were on a three-way call with Teresa. I leaked this in my text with Melissa Feaster. She was like, did you hear him? That lunatic?
And like, I saw that. And like Jennifer Aydin, like that's like her good buddy. Like she must know this. I mean, I'm not saying she would broadcast it. Like, right. She at least must know.
And I made the point the other day, I think on social media, like everybody's saying this is her bestie. I'm sorry. But if you have a best friend and she witnesses your husband's outbursts this way, there's no way a good, genuine friend isn't going to come to you and say, I'm not going to get involved in your marriage, but that's scary. I'm worried for you. How Jennifer Aydin has kept quiet is beyond me. That just shows me she has an agenda too with Teresa. She's trying to just kiss the ring to keep that storyline going. And another thing, in season 12 reunion, when they were all in like the gold get up and they were fighting about Melissa Gorga not being seated at the engagement party table and blah, blah, blah. Jen Aydin looks at Margaret when Joe Gorga storms off the stage and Andy, Joe Gorga, Louie, and Teresa are behind the scenes talking. Jen Aydin looks at Margaret and says, Margaret, she just doesn't want you guys bringing everything to the forefront about him. That like upsets her. And Margaret's like, it's true. And I'm not doing it. Everybody's putting it out on the internet. And Jen's like, yeah, I know. So it's like, Jennifer, if you're really her friend, why are you more worried about concealing his truth versus like warning your friend over it?
Right. Like, why the lawyer doesn't do it. Why her assistant doesn't do it because they're afraid of getting fired.
Yep.
I mean, it's that simple, but they see it. They definitely see it. I used to hear that all the time too, from all the things that I know that I never talk about. Like they know. I mean, the assistant, the lawyer, none of them like Louie. That's just the bottom line. I mean, honestly, the fans don't, the tree huggers, all the people that get so outraged every time I have you on, they don't like Louie. That to me is why, if you're either back on New Jersey or not, I don't think a spinoff would work because people actually don't like Louie, even your
They don't.
tree huggers that bow down to you.
Behind the scenes, I have text messages with so many people, tree huggers who were my friends, and they talk about how they're disgusted by him, they're scared by him, they're worried for her, and guess what they do on social media, David? Louie's a king, oh, he's so amazing, but behind the scenes they're like, whoop, red flag. So it's crazy, it's so crazy. No one is going to tell her the truth because they're scared to lose her, the connection. It's gross.
I wonder if she ever does see the light being on the show or not or whatever, and she gets rid of him, will she then one day go back to her brother and say, you were right, like I ruined our family for this man?
I don't know if she'll ever go
I
back.
don't know.
I don't know if he'll ever take her back. She was involved in a lot of things with him too.
I just like envisioning these scenarios. Anything else that we didn't get to?
No, I think we covered everything in regards to their notes for the finale. Let's now sit back and see if we see it tonight.
Let's see if we see it. Very interesting stuff about this scene. Very interesting stuff. We'll see if she addresses it on the podcast or Louie addresses it on the podcast. Interesting stuff about Jackie. And it's all very interesting every time. So, the tree huggers could say what they want. We present all sides here. And I've said before, I believe everything you say because the details are so there. I mean, you can't either. If someone were making this up, then you need to stop your job and you need to go live in Los Angeles and you need to contact like Quentin Tarantino and whoever else. And you should need to be in Hollywood producing films, acting in films and everything and receive an EGOT. That's what I say. It's not possible. That's just my opinion. So thank you. I will tag you in things when this comes out. I really appreciate you taking your time. I find it all very interesting. And trust me, behind all the noise, like you say, I get thousands of DMs every time that you are on. The last time someone said you're the MVP of the season, someone else said you should be on the show, someone else said you should work for production. So, like, despite the noise, yes.
Yeah, believe it or not, like I've had some very, very talented, connected people reach out from other franchises with like the sweetest words, with like, support. Like for as much hate that I got from the tree huggers for revealing the truth, I got a lot more love. So I'm really grateful, guys. This journey's coming to an end. My story in this part of Jersey history is coming to an end, and I'm thankful for it. It's been a wild ride, and I'm grateful that people like you, David, have given me the opportunity to speak up. And it's coming to an end. We'll see what we see during the watch party, and it's been crazy.
I agree. It's coming to an end.
I'm ready for the end. I'm ready for the end.
You and me both. I mean, maybe you'll come back when the show comes back on and you could just do recaps with me and just give analysis. But I too am ready for the end. I mean, I'm okay. And I think a lot of people are ready for the end of this season, but
we're tired.
We're tired. Keep in touch. I will text you and I really appreciate this. I find it very interesting every time you're here.
Yeah, we'll be in touch. I'll see you when you come to LA.
I'm coming. I do have a house there. It's just sitting there.
Nice.
So I'm coming soon.
Yeah, we'll see you soon then. Okay, David.
I
thank
can't
you for
wait.
everything.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.